Hi, I'm Daniel Sturridge and you're watching Redmen TV.
Well, that's the Redmen TV daily news show here for you and anyone else who's bothered to watch. Two things I want to discuss today. The first comes out of Jurgen Klopp's, I think, press conference yesterday, talking about Divock Origi and saying that he's ahead of schedule in terms of his injury rehabilitation, which means as there lies within that the potential that he could be fit in time for the Europa League final, which would just be amazing. I actually also mentioned that I wasn't going to do this, but I may as well, because why not? Says that Danny Ings is kind of chomping at the bit to get involved, but might have to wait till next season. It's a weird one in that, because I think back to 2004, 2005, and Djibril Cissé obviously broke his leg that season, and then made a miraculous recovery to be available for us at the end of that campaign. He wasn't quite there. He wasn't quite at the level you need him to be for the kind of devastating impact he could have with his pace and what have you. But it gave him a boost, and it kind of gave the fans a bit of a boost to have him back in the fold. Now, you're not going to... We've got to be careful with both of those players, let's be perfectly honest. And I think Origi more than Ings, because I think we know without a shadow of a doubt, well, maybe a slight shadow of that, but whatever, that Divock Origi fits with Jurgen Klopp's system and what he wants to do. But, just look at the Borussia Dortmund games. He leads the line now well. He's got pace. He can run the channels. He can dribble. He can hold it up. He can head. Great. He has the potential to be Liverpool's centre-forward for the next 5 years. Danny Ings has that potential too, but we don't know, particularly coming off the back of a cruise ship, whether he's going to be able, whether he's still going to have pace, whether he's going to be able to physically do all the things he could do before, and ultimately whether he's able to score goals consistently at that level, because he'd only just started to do it. Devastating injury. He's back. We'll tell. So I'm interested to know your thoughts in the comments below on this. Is that, would you rush either of those guys back for the Europa League final? Obviously, I think so much of that will depend on, look, if Christian Benteke plays in the next 2 games and scores a couple of goals and starts to look a threat, then it's less of an issue. And if Daniel Sturridge stays fit, we should probably be all right. And Firmino continues to be back in decent form that he has been the last 2 games. We should have more than enough. But that being said, wouldn't it be a great safety blanket, or whatever, it's a security blanket, to have at least one of those 2 players available to you come the final? So thoughts on that in the comments below. The other one I want to discuss, and it's a couple of days old, but we did it on the Ball Street Social Club this week on tour at Facebook. If you haven't checked that video out, go and do it. We did a very good discussion on Daniel Sturridge and Arsenal potentially sniffing around 30 million for him. £30 million. If Daniel Sturridge, just to clarify this, if Daniel Sturridge is fit, and if he's played 2 loads of 90 minutes in very short space of time recently. He's played much more football in the last 2 months than he's done in the last 2 years for the Reds. If he is fit enough to do that, he's fit enough to stay at Liverpool, and £30 million is an insult in terms of how much money. I don't know what would be the fee. It'd be interesting to know what would be a fee that would be a tempter for you in terms of Sturridge, even if he's fully fit, even if Daniel Sturridge is back to a level where he can play every other game, or 90 minutes, 60 minutes, or even every single game for Liverpool. Is there a fee that you would be tempted to accept for Daniel Sturridge? For me, it would have to be a ludicrous bid, because I just think if he's going to play games, he's going to score goals, and goal scorers are worth the weight in gold. And you look around the league, and all the teams above us have got a 20+ goal a season centre forward in them. We haven't had one because ours has been injured. If he stays fit, we've got one, and we'll be a much bigger force next season. But then there you go. Let us know your thoughts on that below. In fact, we'll put a poll in the eye, click the eye, and vote, would you sell Daniel Sturridge this summer? A simple yes or no. Vote for that, and if you want to expand on your thoughts, do it in the comments below.